And now, live from the studios of Freedom's Phoenix, Ernest Hancock.
Frank Haddad, H-A-D-D-A-D, Jr.
His father's a Shiite. We're checking him out.
His father is a federal agent. His father happens to be my partner.
Don't get in my face, Hubbard. I just might decide you're in Ethiopia.
You know, you are stupid enough to think that that's an insult.
Mistake's been made, we'll fix it.
If a mistake's been made, there's no mistake. I'm vouching for the kid. I want him out.
Let's get your priorities straight, Hubbard. I said we'll look into it.
Yeah, you'll look into it. Just like you've been looking into me, right? Surveilling me? You think I'm stupid? You think I don't know what's going on? I'm doing your job for you, and I damn near get my head blown off for it. Now, I want Frank Jr. out, and I want to see my prisoner, Tariq Husseini.
Let's go see your prisoner. How long have you been at it?
Not long enough, apparently.
How much longer do you think before he gives up the other cells?
He can't give up the other cells if he doesn't know where they are.
He knows.
No, he doesn't. You said it yourself, Sharon, didn't you? In the strategy meeting, the briefing, the one cell doesn't know where the other one is, right?
How long before he breaks, Sharon?
Well, at this rate, too long. The theater was hit 9 hours after we took down the first cell.
So, what other models do we have? Shaking. What about it, Sharon?
Won't work.
Works for the Israelis.
Only in conjunction with sleep deprivation. It takes at least 36 hours.
We don't have 36 hours. Electric shock?
The neurotransmitters just shut down.
Water?
Palestinian authorities producing good intel with water. Of course, there's cutting. It's extremely messy.
Are you people insane? What are you talking about?
The time has come for one man to suffer in order to save hundreds of lives.
One man. What about two? Huh? What about six? How about public executions, huh?
Feel free to leave whenever you like, Agent Hubbard.
Come on, General, you lost men. I've lost men, but you can't do this. What if what they really want, what if they don't even want to shake? Have you considered that? Huh? What if what they really want is for us to herd children in the stadiums like we're doing? And put soldiers on the street and have Americans looking over their shoulders, bend the law, shred the Constitution just a little bit. Because if we torture him, General, we do that and everything that we have bled and fought and died for is over. And they've won. They've already won.
Escort him out.
Nothing.
The Siege by Denzel Washington, Annette Bening, Bruce Willis. You know, that was in late 90s, 98, and it was still in the Clinton administration. How appropriate is that for now? The whole point of that was, you know, as bad as we have terrorist strikes in New York City and they close it down and round up all the young Muslims and on and on and on, and then they go through this process. The bad guys, they already won. 9/11 happened. It justified all this Patriot Act stuff, and we got the Tea Party going in, and they are reinstituting the Patriot Act. What the heck are you guys there for? So I this is the perspective that I have. This is, why are we blind to what's happening? And you just look at Freedom's Phoenix, and we just look at the, let me go ahead and pull this up, because I want to show you what we're looking at. We have on Freedom's Phoenix the headlines. I'm just going to read some of them to you and why Freedom's Phoenix is the way it is and what we're going to do about it. Syria government resigns as protests grow. New cabinet expected on Wednesday. Well, the head guy's still going to be there, of course, but I have that, window dressing. 56 killed in grisly Iraq hostage siege. Wearing military uniforms over explosive belts, gunmen held a local Iraqi government center hostage Tuesday in a grisly siege that ended with the deaths of at least 56 people, including 3 councilmen who were executed with gunshots to the head. You can have all the flowery, nice government seals and so on you want. You can have all the pomp and circumstance and the ceremonies and the May Day parades, all the gun there. You keep it up. Sooner or later, it's just guys show up in your office willing to die. Then what? Throughout history. Afghanistan. Afghan governor expelled as Taliban seized district. Provincial police commander confirms insurgent takeover. So what we got to do? Can we get those troops out of Afghanistan so we can send them to Libya? Is Afghanistan done? Or are we just leaving it or what? Libya coalition launches 22 more Tomahawk strikes. Okay. A coalition of countries conducting airstrikes against Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi's forces launched 22 Tomahawk missiles in the last 24 hours, the Pentagon said on Tuesday. There's a game called Axis and Allies that I really enjoyed in the mid-'80s. And we used to play Risk when we were kids, and it had its limitations. Axis and Allies was about the spring of World War II after Pearl Harbor. Starts off with all the pieces and the navies and the anti-aircraft and the aircraft and infantry and armor and everything's all spread out all over the globe during World War II in the spring after Pearl Harbor. So it's May 1942, around there. And you had the Battle of Midway and this kind of stuff. And you start the game and it kind of grows from there. The one thing you learn from that game and from history, and it got me interested in looking more at these kind of conflicts, without boots on the ground, without infantry, you can bomb the living snot out of as much as you want, but until you got your guy wearing a little flag on his shoulder there, it ain't yourn. That's just the way it is. You don't get it until you got a guy saying, put his foot up on the rubble and say, I claim this is mine, puts a flag. If you don't do that, you can bomb it all you want. Just ask the North Vietnamese. They go, yep, you can bomb us all you want. We are never going to give up. You have to go and take it. What are they going to do? They're alive. You killed the people. They're dead. They don't get a vote. And people alive don't want to be slaves. They'd rather be dead, in my opinion. So this bombing, it's just a joke. I hate even looking at it because it's just a repeat of how many times we got to go through this. How long is our memory? We have been at war in Afghanistan and Iraq longer than we were at war in Vietnam. I remember, it was just last year, year before, we exceeded the time that we were in Vietnam. Not even hardly a blip. Okay, then we get into our own economy here. We got our own problems, but still in Libya, new Libya contact group to provide political direction. Leaders from more than 35 governments and non-governmental organizations meeting in London have agreed to set up a contact group to provide political direction to a post-Muammar Gaddafi Libya in coordination with the United Nations, African Union, the Arab League, and the EU. And I'm sure they're going to let the people direct what they want. Let's put it this way. Will they be allowed to vote? None. That was one thing when I was asked to go to Jekyll Island. Bob Schultz was doing We the People event, and they wanted to have the People's Congress and all that kind of stuff they did near Chicago. And I didn't go to that, but I agreed to go to Jekyll Island and meet a lot of the guys and so on. But it was under the condition I got to say what I wanted, and that if they did not have the option of none of the above, that I got to vote for no government, then there wasn't a choice and I wouldn't sign or be part of anything. I mean, you don't even give me the option to say none, then what kind of choice is that? I got to pick from, collectivist plan A or B? That's where we're going. We have plenty to talk about when we come back.